Sorry about that. So I knew the video was going to end. But like I was saying, if you have limited income, to get help. Like I've told you all, I am not someone who talks against credit repair. Some people, it's best to get that. Some people are really not interested in investing in themselves and learning how this process works. So credit repair, is something that you should consider if you want to get an eviction off of your credit report. You know me, I'm always a big advocate of education. I did not want the same mistake to happen to me twice in terms of the setbacks that I've had in my credit. So I became a student of this information. And once again, like I always say, I didn't do it for free. And that's why I said, in the early part of this video, top of the mind awareness, during this past weekend when I was going through a lot of junk, getting rid of old information, that's when I came across the book that I showed you. Along with that, and I'm going to do a separate video on that, I'm going to show you some of my earlier credit reports. Some of the things that I've, did in the past, some of the resources that, once again, I've invested in. I bought books or what have you. I came across a receipt of a book that I bought to, once again, to learn more information about this credit repair cycle. Because when you lack the funds to get help, you stay in a space of bondage. And the only way that you can eliminate that bondage is that you have to become a student. So if you have little money, but a lot of time, you need to be reading books. You need to be applying strategies. You need to be making mistakes. Many people don't want to make no mistake. And I tell people that's the only way that you will understand how this process works, because since you don't have a sounding board or someone to show you how it's going to work for you, and you're doing it yourself, you're going to have to make mistakes. I'm going to be very transparent. I mean, there are people who will tell you that you can do it for free and then and you can get an 800 credit score. And by all means, I'm not one that gets on that, gravy train of talking about people and their strategies. But this is what I'll say. If there are individuals out there who are saying you can get it done for free and you will make no mistakes, you can send a magic letter, and this magic letter will give you an 800 credit score, by all means, you make sure you tune into that individual, that person. Many of the information that I share is things that I've been through. It's not rehashed information that I'm listening to on somebody else's video. This is real stuff. Like I showed you, when I was fighting landlords, that was how I was able to avoid getting an eviction from being put on my credit report or my credit file, because I knew the process that I had to take to get in front of a judge. I knew that tenants had rights based on a book that I had, and really my case was not I could not pay the rent. My case was there were things in my apartment that needed to be fixed, but yet and still my landlord wanted me to pay. And so if I look at this correctly, I think I was supposed to pay the landlord $1,300. Or no, tenant paid $1,194 on one day, and then I had another balance due. And my rent every month was $572. I don't know if I'm showing it. $572. So as you can see, I was about 2 months behind. But like I said, I had to go before a judge in order to be able to do that. So I am going to end this video here because I don't know why all of a sudden the coloring is yellow. But that's basically it. That is how it works. So many things that I can say about the topic, but those were some of the things that were on top of my mind. And